Doesn't matter where in the spectrum you are, that's what happens. Hello, I'm Monikage. Apologies for the noise in the background, it can't be helped, so hopefully it's not interfering with the microphone setup I have right now. Now we got that out of the way, let's talk about stereotypes. So, in the media, it's definitely rife, and the problem with that is that they usually show savant syndrome, as in like autism is a superpower. And on the other end of the spectrum, autism is seen as bad and a tragedy and such. There's no middle ground. There's no case-by-case basis. It's either good or bad. And that is definitely problematic. But autism in the media is one of the few problems in the stereotype agenda. Hand flapping can be seen as a negative thing, can be seen as something silly, stupid, right? But it's actually a stim to regulate your emotions, to let it out, and that's misunderstood. A lot of autism is misunderstood, as well as other disabilities, which we will go into. Autistic screeching is a term you hear online in memes in the internet, and it's basically autism is used as an insult, so automatically autism is seen as a bad thing. It's, oh, they're annoying, oh, they're autistic, oh, they're this, oh, they're that, oh, you have the autism, you're behaving this way, that means you're autism. It's like, it really annoys me to no end, and it's not funny. It's like calling people the R word and making jokes about it because you can't think of any other funny things to say. So yeah, it annoys me, genuinely. It basically is part of internalized ableism, especially how some words like stupid, idiot and all that were originally used for people, to describe people with disabilities, and they're dumb apparently, but that's not the case. And even if we do use these words now for different meanings, we should at least be aware of the origins. I feel like some stereotypes are highlighting the bad. Autistic parents are bad, or ones that are called autism mums. They don't have autism, but they feel like they can control their autistic child's identity because apparently their autistic child doesn't have an identity. The problem with them is that they show videos of their child, maybe even as adults, showing meltdowns without their consent. And that problem with that is just, it's exploitation. It's exploitation. You shouldn't show that. We are aware of autistic problems and such. That's why they make films about it. You don't need to see your kid doing problematic stims when they're overloaded, screaming because of other reasons. They might be terrified, but you're thinking they're being a spoiled brat. It's not fair for them. Another problem is inspiration porn, but I talk about that more on my neurodiversity video. But related to that, there's infantilizing. A lot of autistics get infantilized. They're treated like children no matter what. It doesn't matter where in the spectrum you are, that's what happens. It's like, example, if you pass as neurotypical, people will be like, oh, alright. But when you say you're autistic, they go, oh, and their perception changes and they become automatically judgmental. It's not fair. It is absolutely crap. Autism is a big problem with stereotypes, but don't forget other disabilities. That includes ADHD, Tourette's, even physical. There's other mental disabilities I could focus on, but I've used them two as examples. Tourette's can be seen as a joke in media. People just laugh at them, treat them as clowns when they have their tics. It's not funny, it's not fair. ADHD is just seen as being hyperactive, and that's not true. ADHD can overlap with autism at times. Some of the symptoms, for example. And some autistic people can have an ADHD. They can. However, I'm not an expert on ADHD, and I will not talk about it in detail as I'm learning myself. And thanks to the neurodiversity group, I have learned a lot more and less ignorance about ADHD. It's great. Physical disabilities is automatically seen as a tragedy, especially if you're in a wheelchair. A wheelchair, according to society, is clinical. oh, you're in a wheelchair, hospital, ill, cancer, you know what I mean? They treat you as though you have cancer. But a wheelchair could be empowering to some people. It could be another method of transportation. Like some can't walk well, some can't walk at all. They need that wheelchair, whether it's motored, or one of those huge expensive ones, or even just one with no motors in it, your standard wheelchair, but it doesn't look like a hospital wheelchair. One of those nice fashionable ones, they're pretty cool. Or even a walker or a walking stick. But the problem is, if someone doesn't use a wheelchair all the time, there's those that use it full time, but there's those that don't. But those that don't use it full time get stigma. They're either called a fraud, or, oh, you can walk again. It's like, no. Wheelchairs are used for more than just your stereotype of, oh, I can't walk, oh, I can walk again. It's just ignorant, and it really annoys me. And honestly, it's just stereotyped too much. It's not even funny. However, there are more stereotypes that I will not be discussing in this video because they're a totally different ballgame. That's race and sexism. I feel like I shouldn't be talking about race as I'm white and I can't talk for people of colour. And sexism, I could talk about it, but it'd be an entire video on its own because I don't like talking about feminism and debating. So another topic of stereotypes we're looking into is sexuality and gender. For sexuality, it's like bisexual, for instance. Bisexuality is not just male and female, it's male, female, and in between, could be non-binary and trans. It's inclusive to any, but you're more selective rather than pansexual, which is liking people regardless of gender. But bisexual has a bad stereotype. 1, people always think of a woman when it comes to bisexuality. 2, apparently we're all promiscuous and sleep with everyone. It's pretty stupid because they still do the stereotype and it's irrelevant, and a lot of people are bisexual, whether male, female, non-binary, trans. It's we like who we like. We don't just go, oh, I'm straight because I'm with the same partner kind of thing. And the problem with using that bisexual stereotype is it's damaging, and we're not greedy, we're not wanting to sleep with everyone. That's not how it works. We're attracted to whoever, and if we're in a relationship with someone that's the opposite gender, that doesn't mean we're not bisexual anymore. So stop with that stereotype, stop trying to remove bisexuals, and stop trying to say that they're gonna cheat on you and all that. That's not how it works. Asexuals also get treated like a joke as well. Apparently they're robots. I would talk about aromantic as well, the asexual spectrum, but we'll just stick to asexual to make things easier. Apparently asexuals are robots. Asexuals have no feelings. They don't have sex ever, which is not true. Some do. The whole virgin shaming culture that society does is completely pointless. We have other things to worry about, and you're worrying about that, and you're making stuff like that. It's so dumb. I apologise if this is pretty brief, but I wanted to talk about these examples as basic as I can. Communities like these are not trying to separate equality. We are trying to inform people that there are many types of humans in the world and that we should learn and tolerate each other. That way we can all accept each other as humans. We are not all unique snowflakes. We are all different kinds of humans, but we are united as one. Yet, society's equality believes that we are making our own groups to widen the gaps, which isn't true. They want equality but don't want to learn about others or adapt to others' ideas. We get blamed for separating people into groups, yet society is doing that exact thing with treating autistics as if they're not human. A similar thing happens with race, gender, and other disabilities. Stereotyping too much leads to people believing them. We are not Rain Man. We are not one of your internet personalities that has a bad name. We are not all savants. We are not this and that you believe in. Another issue is that people generalise a group based on one or two experiences. If you meet one autistic person that's considered annoying, that's just one autistic person. Not everyone is like that. It's like meeting a man. If one's horrible, then they all are? No, that's not how it works. That's generalising. People are too quick to generalise online these days, whether it's autism, LGBTQIA, or even the disability community. It's sad. I recommend looking into both sides and making your own judgment. The only exception is pure hatred. If anyone just spouts hate, don't listen, research for yourself. I'm being neutral as I can here. So I hope that concludes this topic, even if it is brief in places. I wanted to make examples and tell you that stereotyping in various places are bad. There's stereotyping everywhere in every group out there. But these are the ones I wanted to primarily focus on. If you want me to make a video a bit more on feminism or even race, if I do race, I want it to be a collaborative effort. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in more content, please subscribe or browse more videos, or look into my link below, autish.card.co. All my links are provided there, which is my blog, this YouTube channel, and my podcast. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the discourse. Take care.